Hi everyone, I hope you're having an amazing day as always. And if for some reason you're not having an amazing day today, let's talk about it. That's what we're here for. So today I want to cover 3 different ways that your day might go off track and reassure you that you are in the driver's seat and can quickly get it back on track. So number 1, let's talk about those pesky emotions. Sometimes we feel a certain kind of way and it starts to bubble up inside, and frankly, it could have started with anything. It could have been a sideways glance at the local coffee shop this morning, or the morning greeting that wasn't quite what you had in mind from a family member. Whatever it was that's got your emotions heading on a negative path, you are the one who decides where it ends. So remember, those emotions, they're all a symptom of the thoughts that you're thinking. So if you can change your thought, your emotion will change as a result. So let's talk about if it was that sideways glance from someone in the coffee shop. Remember, you can't mind read, and you don't know exactly what was happening in that situation. We always say we never know the battles that others are facing. And so giving them that kindness, that grace, bearing with them through whatever gave them that expression in the moment where you happen to cross their paths, let that go and instead embrace the thought that, man, I hope they're having a better day as it goes on. And maybe I was a ray of sunshine with my smile that I offered up to them, even when their expression didn't quite match. So that's number 1, what to do with that pesky emotion that you're feeling. Dig deep to figure out what was the thought behind that emotion and upgrade it for a better thought. The second thing that might be throwing you off today and maybe doesn't feel like such an amazing day is a circumstance. So maybe your cell phone wasn't charged and your alarm never went off, and it turned into a hectic, crazy morning where you missed doing things that you had to do, or you were racing to get it all done. These type of things, sometimes we refer to as getting up on the wrong side of bed. Things just started off on the wrong foot. You can decide whether that turns into a downward spiral for you today or whether you flip that completely around. And one of the ways that I like to do it is just usually something silly or fun to just totally change my frame of mind. And you know me, I love music. So throwing on an upbeat song or even a funny song or one that brings back great memories is a quick way to just totally shift my mindset in the moment that might have been thrown off by a circumstance completely out of my control. Number 3 thing that sometimes makes our day start to turn south is not necessarily what happened this morning when your alarm failed or the sidelong glance that you got in the coffee shop, but it could be something that either happened further in the past that you're ruminating in. Man, when I gave that speech yesterday, I just fumbled over every word and I could feel all the eyes beaming into me. And you just are tempted to replay that horrific moment over and over again. You have the choice to bring yesterday's reality back into today and relive that horror, or leave it in the past where it belongs and get here in the present moment. And vice versa, some of the other ways that we get off track is instead of ruminating in the past, we start worrying about what the future might hold. So even beyond today, tomorrow, what's the forecast say? What could that snow do to my commute? What about that other event I have? Is that going to be canceled? Oh my goodness, how am I going to deal with this? And sometimes we actually convince ourselves that that worrying is productive. Well, if I worry about that for enough time today, maybe the weather forecast will change tomorrow. No, you're just bringing tomorrow's troubles here into today. And I assure you, enough things will happen today. You don't need to fast forward into tomorrow's troubles. So that last instance where you're either focusing on the past or the future, come back here to this time zone, the here and now, and make it a great moment and a great day. You can do this. You are bigger than the emotions that rise up in you. You're bigger than the circumstances that go wrong around you. And you're bigger than your mind's tendency to look behind or ahead. I'm wishing you a wonderful day and can't wait to hear what are you putting into action today to make sure it lands just the way you want it. Until next time.